Hello, GYF future students, and welcome to this new short video, which is all about video interviews. Now, you've probably experienced some form of speaking to people on video interviews all the time, whether it's FaceTime, WhatsApp, talking to people on video calls. We do it regularly nowadays. And that's the most common way of doing video interviews, is a live video interview. So it'd probably be through something like Teams or Zoom, or the company might have a system that does live interviews. So just read your instructions really carefully, and make sure you know what kind of opportunities and what kind of system they are using. However, the other type of video interview is probably one that you are less common with, which is a pre-recorded or one-way video interview. And this is basically where you use your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever, and you're given a link to a page where you record your answers to pre-selected, pre-recorded interview questions. So someone might appear on the screen or a question will appear on the screen, and you will have a set amount of time to answer it. So this one, I would say, is a bit weird because you're basically talking to no one. So just like I am right now, I'm talking to you all, but you're not there. I can only see my presentation and it's weird talking to you when I can't see anyone in return. So this definitely requires a lot of practice, and I'll talk in a minute about how to practice that. But with the pre-recorded or one-way video interviews, you're often also given a set amount of time, both to read the question and prepare the question, but also to be able to answer it. And one of my biggest tips here would be if, for example, they give you 2 minutes to answer the question, then make sure you're spending nearly 2 minutes answering. If you're only spending 20 seconds answering the question, chances are that you're not answering it in enough depth. If they wanted 20 seconds worth of answer, they would have given you 30 seconds to answer the question. They'll have chosen that amount for a specific reason. So that should give you a little bit of a hint as to how much you need to answer. You sometimes will get some different tries as well before submitting it, but just be really careful of that. And obviously, if something goes wrong, that is okay. You just need to deal with it calmly and professionally if you can't retake it or resubmit it again. So this is kind of what it will look like. I've given you 3 different examples that other people use, so you can see kind of how it looks. In some cases, you will have the question will be the biggest thing. In some cases, you will be quite small. In some cases, your recording of yourself will be really big. If you find that distracting, sometimes you can hide your video, and if not, just use some post-it notes or a piece of paper just to block off on your screen what you want the kind of video of yourself once you've set yourself up to stop yourself being distracted by it. And again, you can see that often in 2 of the examples, and the other one's too small, you can see the amount of time that is remaining for that time. So again, make sure that you answer that. And you can click once you've finished answering it in most cases as well. So really practice some of these just so you get an idea as to what it feels like to do them. Because what's really important is for a video interview, it is like a normal interview, even though no one's there. Now, I loved in lockdown, I don't know if any of you remember this, watching when people who were doing a really professional kind of interview on the TV about something really important got distracted, often by their kids. I loved that kind of thing. But it's because it was funny. Probably not a good thing for you to do in your video interviews. So make sure that you think about your surroundings, what's in the background, who might just be coming into your room and saying, hey, what's happening or whatever. So tell your housemates, tell your flatmates, tell whoever you're living with, don't interrupt me for this set time. And think about your surroundings. Be careful of having a professional background. I know in student rooms it is hard, but try not to have like your washing hanging out or any like really outrageous posters on the wall. And really you're preparing in the same way you would for an in-person interview, same kind of preparation within that. But what is different is that you need to get your camera angle right. So like I said, you need to find the right location, but also set up the shot. So for example, if I was doing this the opposite way around, I've got a window just here, I'd be really dark. You won't be able to see much of my face, but because I've got lighting in front of me, this video looks better, it's more interesting to watch because you can see me. Try and get that simple, tidy background, and think about your camera levels as well. So for example, if I was sitting like this, you can only just see a bit of me. You kind of wanting to get this much now so that you can see my hand gestures. It's a bit more interesting rather than just yeah, keep it at eye level. And also if you've got something, try and raise your camera to the eye level. And so I've got mine on kind of a laptop stand, just because your eyes are kind of level with the camera, so it's easier to look at the camera. And also it's a better angle for you as well. And if you are using your phone or a tablet, try not to hold it, put it down. It's really distracting if you're watching a video and it's really wobbly. So put your laptop down, put your phone down, whatever you're using, and use it that way. So think about how you can get your camera angle looking right so you can see your head, your shoulders, and also your hand gestures as well. Because setting up that shot is really important, just like you would if you were taking a picture. I'm of that self generation, I knew the right camera angle at all times. So it's really important. And as well, you can practice this. So you can definitely practice it on some of our systems. If you use this website or go on to Ask and just search interviews, it should come up. And we've got two systems. One's called Interview 360, which is on the careers portal, and one's called Graduates First, and you can practice loads of interviews on there. And it will give you some AI generated feedback as well, which is great. And also you can book a mock interview with the Grow Your Future team. We've got them available all the time throughout the term times and the vacations as well. Just get in touch with us and we can book something in. But also really practice speaking out loud in your room. Do it somewhere that no one's listening if you're feeling uncomfortable, because it's fine to think things through in your head, but actually speaking them out is going to be really important within you practicing. So make sure you do that as well. And finally, as always, just get in touch with us if you've got questions, if you want to practice stuff, and we're here to help. We can do video interviews in a reciprocal way. I can turn my camera off and you can just speak to me pretending that I'm not there, and then we can give you feedback that way. And we're really happy and open to helping you with whatever you need within this. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I hope that we will see you soon at one of our Grow Your Future events. Thanks so much. Bye.